Hello everyone, welcome to ID Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the trade analysis for 28 October, Thursday, expiry day. I'm starting off with the daily chart of Banknifty. As you can see, we have a pretty bearish candle right at the top. It's almost engulfing the previous day's price action. So this could not completely indicate a bearish signal, but some kind of reversal can be seen based on this candle. That is only if the today's low is taken out, right? So let's go into the 15 minutes chart, Bank Nifty. See, yesterday we kind of had this trend line. In my analysis video, I had pointed out that if this trend line breaks, we could have a down move. The down move did come, but came in a pretty choppy way. Now coming to my trade, right? What I did short here. I took 41,000 put. I did short here, but kind of took stop loss on this candle, this price action. You see this price action that's like a beautiful evening star formation right at the CPR, and this green candle came. So I thought we might reverse on the upside over here. Took my stop loss. It was a small stop loss of $1,600, so that's okay. And then the down move came. So these things happen in market, and there was another entry over here when in a lower time frame. If I'm just shifting to a 5-minute time frame, on a lower time frame when kind of this range broke out, right? There was a good shot here, but this was a pretty quick move. Was not able to catch it, and since already one trade my stop loss hit, I was like, I'll be done for the day. But there was a good move on the downside. So that's for Bank Nifty. This was a good option trade. This down move was a pretty good option trade. Now coming to the trade and trade possibility for tomorrow, I'm going to get rid of this trend line, which is not required, and I'll still keep this resistance zone, because see, even today when we went up, we took resistance exactly there, close to the previous day high, and then started coming down. What I've plotted here is the daily CPR, and you can always add CPR by going into indicators, typing in CPR. You get many, so we can choose what is appropriate for us. Now coming for the trade possibility for tomorrow. See, tomorrow I'm looking at a flat opening. That is because of SGX Nifty. As of now, it is showing at 8 points. Let me just refresh it. It's kind of still the same at 8. And it's about 9.5. It's pretty much the same. So we could have a flat opening, and even the global markets, it's quite flat. If you look at Dow Jones, it's about 40 points, and the European market is negative. So because of this, we might have a flat opening somewhere in this region between the CPR and the previous day low. And ours is a monthly expiry, right? So we could have a pretty volatile move on the upside or downside tomorrow. But for option buying, I'm looking at few possibilities here. That is, if we open flat in this region, there's a possibility we'll go towards the CPR or the pivot, probably even until this TC line, CPR, and then get a quick move on the downside until the previous day low and S1 of CPR. And if S1 breaks, then we might even hit this level of 40,500 and probably even fill this gap. There is a little bit of gap left here, which could get filled tomorrow if we get a down move. That is one possibility. The other one that I'm looking at is, if we open between the CPR and previous day low, we could get a dip until S1, and if 40,600 holds, right, if we get strong wicks over here, there's a good chance we might even hit CPR, and this also will be a 400-point trade. So in options, easily you can make about 200 points in this trade if we go up. So these are the two possibilities that I'm seeing in Bank Nifty. And other than that, if we continue to go higher, right, we'll have a strong. This is a good place to book profit, because we have had strong rejection at this level at about 41,318. So if we get a huge gap up for some reason overnight or tomorrow morning, don't know what will happen in SGX Nifty. If we get a gap up and cross this on a 15-minute candle, then it's a good buy until R2. but just my view, I can be completely wrong, but I think if we wait for some kind of a pullback tomorrow and then look for a short, maybe we'll have a good trade for option buying. That's what I'll be looking for. Now coming to the trend line, we don't have a pretty significant trend line that we can make use of. All that we can make use of is the trend line that I'm going to draw now. That is this black trend line. I'm just going to turn off the CPR so the chart is clean. See this black trend line that I drew, right? We have taken resistance today a couple of times. So if we come up, we might take resistance somewhere around here and then probably go down. That is also a possibility. And this is where even we have the CPR. So this is a possibility from my side from Banknifty. Now just looking at the open interest, for Banknifty tomorrow, we have a pretty good resistance at 41,000. Okay, there is good amount of calls written at 41,000. Okay, so we could see a pretty good dip today. See, we have closed at 40,800 and we have closed below the support line that we had drawn yesterday, and a good amount of call selling has taken place at 41,000. See the amount of call writers that were added today. So we could probably see a dip tomorrow, probably until 40,500 is a good support. And if we break that 40,000, I don't think we'll break 40,500. So for some reason, if we start getting a dip, right, somewhere over here, like 40,500, this is a good place to book some profit. If we break this, yeah, we could fill the gap as mentioned earlier. Even the OI data is suggesting that. So this is for Banknifty. Now looking at Nifty, see, even Nifty, we had this resistance zone, the red resistance zone. We kind of took resistance there and then had a dip, both Nifty and Banknifty. I think this is because of the Maruti results that came out. The dip came in the end. So this trend line broke, but we didn't get a good follow through on the downside. So for Nifty, I'll be using the same black trend line. I'll be just extending it for tomorrow. There is a possibility that we could retest this level, this black trend line, and then get a dip in Nifty. So that's why I'm going to extend this. And if we get some move on the upside, right, we could see good resistance. Let me just turn off the CPR. We could see again good resistance at this level, somewhere around 18,300. And I'm going to just extend this box a little bit, this zone, because we have another resistance here which happened today at 18,340. So we could face even resistance here, and anything on the downside, the first support is at 18,100, and then we have a good support at 18,040, and obviously this is a very good support, 17,960. I'll be adding one more line here for a support that's about 18,100. So this is my plan for Nifty and Banknifty. Let's see how it goes and what happens tomorrow. And also just keep in mind the weekly CPR. See, what you see in this dotted is the weekly CPR, and this normal lines what we are seeing here, right, tomorrow, that is the daily CPR, and the same thing is plotted here. Let me just see, Nifty today traded between the weekly CPR, the orange lines, and the purple is the pivot. This is the CPR level. The Nifty pretty much traded with the CPR level itself today. So, and looking at Banknifty, see, we kind of took resistance from R2 today, R2 of weekly CPR, and again took support at R2, but in the end we did break it. So in case we slip, right, tomorrow, we could also take support at this. This is nothing but the previous week high, this black line. Okay, and this is all plotted by CPR. These lines are not marked by me. Just the dotted is weekly CPR and this cross is monthly CPR. So we have a small support here, the monthly CPI at 40,700, and a good support at this previous week high at about 40,500, which is also very close to S2. So in case we get a good shot at the higher levels, right, it would be good to book profits here at about 40,500. In case we break that, we have S3 at 40,380. And this is the weekly CPR, and there's a possibility even we might even touch this and bounce. So I'll be looking for a short trade tomorrow. Let's see how it goes. Hope this kind of video is quite informative and helpful. If it is, please like the video and subscribe to this channel. I'll be posting more videos like this. Thank you.